I saw this crossroads like this, okay? But in reality, that crossroad is only in your mind and only in your emotional experience. In reality, what you are doing here is you are merging. You have two lanes coming together. And just because you're focused right now on your education and developing a new craft, it doesn't mean that you can't incorporate, merge another lane that could become a sponsor or another vehicle that can further enhance that which you're developing. What do I mean by this? I mean by this that if you were in the orchestra as part of this association and part of the work that you were doing had to do with production, that production experience and that production skill set, discipline, can carry over into the new education that you're developing right now. In fact, it's the only way to do it. And you heard this from Logan Gelbrick when we were in Barcelona, which is the most important part of evolving and progressing, which is to include and transcend. Include and transcend. You can't throw out the past. Yeah. And now the past is coming back. And you have a choice right now on how to integrate the past in a new way, in a more healthy way, in a way that actually helps you stand for what you believe in, rather than just being a piece in their machine, in their mission, in their purpose. So in this case, you have the power. And this power should be used responsibly. Responsibly in terms of what you're going to contribute to the orchestra or to this production, and responsibly in terms of what it's going to give you and take from you in relationship to what you have now invested in. Furthermore, if this production opportunity right now is producing some revenue, income, that income is a source for sponsoring that which you're passionate about. And this is something that probably we have to start with today, which is something I talk about in the interface. I've told you all in this group before a million times, but I'm going to say it again. There needs to be a balance between that which is your passion, that which is your profession, and that which is your vocation. These are the three legs of a tripod. Your passion is that which you do innately. It's that which, when you do more of it, fuels you more. You can get tired from doing it, but you feel energized. You feel optimistic. You feel encouraged. You feel like you just want to keep going. And you all know what that is, and you've all felt that somewhere. We need to identify where that is in our lives right now, and then lean into that. That's one leg of the tripod. The other leg of the tripod is the profession. The profession is that which we do mechanically, the action that we do that creates a transaction of value. And this value is not only money, it can also be resources or even energy. This is something that we're doing right now. I professionally as a coach am coming in here and I'm saying today, Mentorship Mondays, which is all about thinking clearly, is a transaction of value. And this value is, in one way, informative, reflective, and energetic. You leave here with you feel a little inspired. That's the transaction that we're creating here. So that's your profession. And then your vocation is noticing the contribution that extends beyond your profession, that extends beyond your actions. This is the thing that, these are the ripples that carry beyond what you do mechanically on a daily basis. This is the positive effects that you have on people that go beyond what you do in your career. And noticing what your vocation is, which is identifying what is it that I do in exchange for value, and I couple that with what the world needs more of, or my people, my community needs more of, then you have the third leg of that tripod. So you have three legs: the passion, the profession, and the vocation. When 1, 2, and 3 are nurtured, are stable, are at equal lengths, and on a solid surface, a solid foundation, then on top, you get to place the scope, the camera, the lens. And what is the lens? The lens is your purpose. It is your mission. And several of you here have written your purpose statement with me. You've done it through the 21-day journaling. You've done it through the interface. You've done it through lifestyle design. You've done it through a coffee club. You've done it through just conversations that we've had privately and individually. It's the time to find what that purpose statement was and read it and use that as the director. That's the direction. That's the lens. And that's what we need to fall back on. And that's the first order of business. And why is this important? Well, this is important because our mission, our purpose statement, is what's going to produce what's known as the frequency illusion. And what's the frequency illusion? That's the illusion that all of a sudden you start to see something that you just learned. And you see it over and over and over again. This happens when you buy a new car or when you want something specific. You buy the new car and then all of a sudden you realize that every neighbor around you has the same car. You have a mission, you have a purpose, you start to see it everywhere. And this is when you become the hammer and you see nails all over the place. Now, instead of just hammering every nail, which you could do, you have a choice through awareness to hammer the ones that are the most meaningful. And that's where the confusion comes into play. But that's where slow and steady will win the game.